Hi, Adventureers! Today, I'm going to talk about something that I'm not sure if I really want to talk about. But school's starting up soon, and I guess I should talk about this a little bit. So, since I was in probably like the first grade, or maybe sooner, the teachers realized I could not read very well, or at all. My grandma told me, which I don't remember because it was so long ago, that they tried to get my IQ test and they could not because I wouldn't sit still and because I couldn't even recognize the letter A. Yeah, it's quite annoying. I always got taken out of class and go into the special education room because I have a learning disability and ADHD. And we're still not sure exactly what's going on with me because my dad and stepmom didn't really do too much with it after my mom passed away. But the learning disability that I know I have, but I'm not sure what else is with it, I was diagnosed with ADHD in elementary school when I lived with my mom, and they said I had dyslexia for pretty much my whole life. And I do remember people teasing me and taunting me, and like when I moved to my dad and his area, they weren't really nice about it. Kids would make fun of us. They would go sped, 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 can't spell the word bed. And it was annoying because I couldn't spell the word bed until like the 5th grade. And yes, to most people that's probably easy to spell, but for me, it was hard. I had friends who teased me and told me my homework was way too easy. And to me, it was like really hard. And it was always annoying to even talk to them about my homework because they laughed about it and thought it was so funny that they were smarter than me. Or that it was just so easy. And it wasn't at all. Still to this day, I'm not very great at reading and writing and comprehension and math. It's been like that my whole life. And kids where I came from would tease you a bad amount. They'd make up little names for you. They'd call you sped, retard, all those annoying, rude names. And I don't know if they still do it because I graduated in 2013. People are still teasing me for being in special ed, being a teen mom, getting pregnant my senior year, not being able to go on senior things. Because I had all those problems my senior year, people still teased me. I mean, with college, I had college professors at my other college tell me to my face that they don't think I should continue with their class and I should quit. And I was taking 5 classes at that time, and all 5 professors told me that I need to drop their class. Pretty much, they were all telling me I wasn't smart enough to really go to college. I had one teacher literally take me outside of the classroom because I was asking. I had an assistant because of my IEP who was helping me because I was not understanding. I asked him about 4 times what the project was, and I still didn't understand a word he said. And sorry, I'm just smacking my hand. And he took me outside of the classroom and literally screamed at me to stop asking my assistant for help. And I was thinking, I asked you 4 times what you're trying to tell me, and I'm not understanding you. And the really kind of nice and interesting part was the whole classroom was actually angry with him because they thought that was just rude. They literally locked the door. They were trying to keep him out of the classroom. I had like 4 people telling me this because I was actually crying in tears because my college professor just treated me like I was in elementary school. I was the only special needs kid that had an assistant in that classroom. I'm pretty much one of the main few that had an assistant in the classrooms that I was in. Almost every other person did not need an assistant in the classes I was taking. And most of the people in the classes had opportunities I did not have. Because when I tried to go to Shallock High School, they told me I would have made it, but because I have my learning disability, or disabilities, I'm not really sure yet, because I have to go and see if there's anything else going on that I never knew about at some point, told me that I would have got accepted if it wasn't for my learning disability in the arts program. And that was like really kind of annoying and frustrating for me, because it's like I was told because of my learning disability I couldn't go to that school. And then I had electives during my senior year, and I was told I couldn't take electives I wanted to take unless they were RC. Like, I asked if I could take creative writing, because I took every class you needed to take my senior year. I only need 4 classes to graduate. And I had gym, English, and a study hall, and an elective. I literally did not need that many classes. And I had 2 study halls because I couldn't do gym for the longest time because of, well, the cane and not being able to walk very well, and being pregnant doesn't really equal playing gym. So when I tried to do the elective, they told me I couldn't do creative writing, I couldn't do regular Spanish, I couldn't do anything unless it was RC. There was only one RC class that I could take, which was RC Algebra, which was kind of interesting because I actually took that as an elective. Most people would not take that as elective, but I didn't have a choice. But because of my learning disability, I had people tease me, I got put in special rooms, I was told I was told by families, friends, people I didn't know, teachers, professors, that they don't think I would last through high school, let alone college. I had people literally see me in my college that I just graduated from, and they were like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Go to school," and they're like, "Really?" Yeah. Because they all knew me since, like, it was a small town, so they all knew me. And they were all, like, surprised I was there. It was kind of frustrating.
Thank you, CJ Martin. Let's go. And let's go to our middle school. Bert, Gert, and Julio, say hello to your tour guide, CJ. Thank you for volunteering to be our middle school guide. Aw, they seem harmless. Okay, show them lockers.
It was quite hard because when people tease you constantly, tell you you're not going to amount to anything, it's weird because I was just over at my new college for my bachelor's degree, and I was sitting there, and the lady who was going to help me try to do like a co-op or internship or something asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up, and I've only had maybe 4 people my whole life ever ask me that and be really serious about it. And that's even pushing it. Because even at high school, they didn't really talk to the special needs kids that much about college and our future. They were just glad that we were graduating from there, because they didn't think a lot of us would make it, which is kind of frustrating. And, sitting there, not realizing it at the time how hard college would be, because no one taught us how to intermingle with people and not have special help all the time. We had extra time on tests. We had a person in there. The teachers would give us little hints if we needed help because we didn't understand. I've had actually people who were in my classes who had dyslexia, like I do, say that theirs wasn't as bad as mine. I literally had to do spelling tests in the 8th and 7th and 6th grade because of how bad my learning disability was. I couldn't even spell some of the words most people could spell properly at an elementary school. And I'm in college now. And I'm going for my bachelor's degree. I got associates in fine arts and computer graphic arts. Going for a bachelor's of science in media design, major in photography, minor in digital image editing. Sorry if I'm wow, I don't even realize I'm rolling my eyes, sorry. It's weird because I have no idea what I wanted to be when I grew up. I wanted to be a writer, like a person who writes stories and sells them, but then everyone told me that was a bad idea because of my learning disability. Then I wanted to be a painter and photographer, and everyone told me that was a bad idea because you don't make money from it. Not enough. So I don't know. It's going to be an interesting thought. But if you have somebody in your school who has a learning disability, has autism, is in a wheelchair or something, do not go call them sped or retard or tell them their homework's too easy. And do not sit there and don't think they want to go to college or try their hardest to get through life. Because if you sit there and keep telling them that they're not going to amount to anything, sometimes they might start to believe you, and trust me, you're not going to be happy. They're not going to be happy.
We have study hall, where we stay inside and study. No more hide and seek. We gotta play hide and seek, man.
So try not to go around telling those kids who have special help and easier homework, calling them names and saying rude things about them. Because some of them are trying their hardest. I remember I was sitting in college class like a couple semesters ago, and it was a writing class where you wrote I forget the exact name. It was like an English class, and a guy came in there, literally hungover from the night before, and I remember thinking, man, he's lucky he could get drunk and hot and hungover the next day and come to class and still understand it more than I could. He actually, because I did a project on why you need to talk to kids with special needs about going to college, he laughed at me. He was like, oh, you're talking to us about college, and rolled his eyes. But, I mean, it was a hard thing for me to talk about because when I grew up, people didn't want to talk to special needs kids about going to college or what real life is or how to move on. A lot of them just kind of pushed us aside. I mean, I had times where my parents, dad, stepmom, they would give like money for people. They would give us very rarely ever money, and when they gave us money this one time, it was if we got good grades, because some of us were finally doing better. I got A's and B's, and they told me that my grades didn't matter because of my learning disability. And it was frustrating. It's frustrating to sit there and think that people still treat special needs kids with such disrespect and disregard. It's kind of annoying.